I was at the border of Italy from France, and I was just standing at the side of the road, hitchhiking, and a big bus came, and I thought the bus would never pick me up, but just for fun, I put my thumb up, and the bus stopped, and it was a whole soccer team, a football team from Greece, and they were traveling from Portugal back to Greece. So they gave me a ride all the way across Italy from the western part all the way to Venice. So in one ride on this big bus of Greek soccer players, I went all the way across Italy. In fact, it was very much, it was almost like a gay porno movie to be picked up by a busload of Greek soccer players. But luckily, it did not turn into a gay porn movie. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but at that time I was only hitchhiking and not looking to be involved in any films of that nature. So I was happy to get the ride with the Greek soccer players, and I have very fond memories of that area of Italy. I worked in a print shop for a number of years, making photocopies and doing the printing press, and I worked in the Census Bureau in America, where every 10 years they do all of the statistics of counting how many people are in the country and how many people live in New York, and I don't know if they do the same in Italy, but it's I had a job in the office helping with that, mostly just making phone calls, and I had a job at a theater that was like a musical theater, selling tickets just in the box office for the show, selling tickets for the show, and I don't know, a lot of jobs that are not very interesting. All of the songs about killing zombies and traveling in time machines are all true, autobiography, but all of the jobs that I've had about selling tickets in box offices were just not as interesting, so it's very rare that I write songs about those. Sometimes. But usually I like to say that any song lyrics of mine that sound true probably are true. And any ones that sound not true are probably not true. I just recorded a whole bunch and then picked the best 12 out of the bunch. I think that's usually how it works. I think the more songs that you have to choose from, the better the album will be. Like I never like to put all the songs on the album. Well, the band Herman Dune from France, we like them a lot, and I think they make wonderful music. It would be really cool to have them do some of our songs. And there are, I think it's always the most interesting maybe when bands cover songs and it's a different format. So maybe if some jazz bands played our songs, that would be interesting. We played with them yesterday. We played with them many times over the last few years. I met them in 1999, really before any of us were touring or playing music. I just met one of the band members in Paris, and I didn't have an album out, he didn't have an album out, but we both played each other our songs. And then as we remained in contact, and we started sending each other our tapes, and then we both started playing shows, and we began to do shows together and tours together. So it's always really cool to see what they do, and they're so prolific. They make new songs every day and new albums all the time. So it's always a big challenge to play with them because they always have so much new material, and they're always so loose and alive that it's an inspiration to us to see them play with them. Well, we usually have no relationship with these things, and we're quite lucky in the sense that we have enough of a cult fan base and enough fans that like what we do that we exist in a strange space where we're not very well known. We don't really get that much press or radio play, but the people that like what we do really like what we do, and even though maybe there's, we play a room where there's 100 people or 200 people, for a band that's really popular, that's like nothing. People say, oh, you really have to be playing to 1,000 people to be successful. But we've been able to exist and survive just on the level that we're at, where everywhere we play there's 100 people or 200 people, and to me this feels like success. This is more than I ever planned, and because we operate independently, we don't have a booking agent. I book all the shows myself, and we haven't had a manager so far, and I do all the artwork for the albums, and so even though for other bands this may seem like a small amount of money, we don't have other people taking a little piece of the money and a piece of the money here and a piece of the money there. So I think when we make, if we make $300, I think another band would probably have to earn $1,000 to come home with the same $300 that we get, because we do the work ourselves. So we're able to survive on the same level as some other bands that are more successful and have more press and more radio, without actually being as well known. So I don't know if this is good or bad. It always feels strange when there is press and there are articles that because sometimes we sort of become a little part of that. Sometimes we enter that world a little bit, but most of the time we sort of just exist on our own mysterious, unknown world where only the few people that know about us, but there's enough of these people in small pockets in different places that we can exist.